it says, "My son, when you come to serve the Lord, stand in justice and fear. Prepare yourself for trials. Be sincere of heart and steadfast. Incline your ear and receive the word of understanding. Undisturbed in the time of adversary. Wait on God with patience. Cling to Him. Forsake Him not. Thus will you be wise in all your ways. Accept whatever befalls you. When sorrowful, be steadfast, and in crushing misfortune, be patient. For in fire, gold and silver are tested, and worthy people in the crucible of humiliation. Trust God, and God will help you. Trust in Him, and He will direct your way. Keep His fear and grow old therein. You who fear the Lord, wait for His mercy. Turn not away, lest you fall. You who fear the Lord, trust Him, and your reward will not be lost. You who fear the Lord, hope for good things, for lasting joy and mercy. You fear the Lord who love Him, and your hearts will be enlightened. Study the generations long past and understand. Has anyone hoped in the Lord and been disappointed? Has anyone persevered in His commandments and been forsaken? Has anyone called upon Him and been rebuffed? Compassionate and merciful is the Lord. He forgives sins. He saves in time of trouble. And He is the persecutor to all who seek Him. Trust in the Lord and do good. That's kind of funny that I can pick certain things out of here. Like the chaff that I was reading about, the tar sown in the field, the tree, and yet the wall right behind me. Earlier today it had a low signal. Today it's over 2 something. I already have pains in my chest, headache. Gotta pick child up at 12:30 because they get out 3 hours early. You would think people would stop with the understanding that, you know, a lot of things could happen, and if the chips fall in the wrong direction, who's going to pick up the slack? And I keep saying I'm not trying to move, but feels like I'm being pushed out the door. I shouldn't have chest pain, and the wall behind me shouldn't be reading over 50. But when it's at 275 and 280, and there's a problem. See, as I was sitting here, it just stopped as I started reading, but that was crinkling like popcorn, and I wasn't even touching it. It's a Mylar blanket. It's not doing it now. All I can say is, I guess it is people that don't have empathy that do these things no with just malice. I mean, if you're dumping any kind of microwave radiation, EMF radiation, anything on people, it's a human rights crime. But to do it to four, well, three of us, because one's not here right this minute, it's just not right. Like, you're not going to see what you think you're going to see at the end of the years or time or whatever you want to call it. I read the passage just the other day. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. In verdant pastures he gives me repose. Beside restful waters he leads me, he refreshes my soul. Even though I walk in the dark valley, I fear no evil, for you are at my side. With your rod and your staff, you give me courage. You spread the table before me in the sight of my foes. You anoint my head with oil, and my cup overflows. Only goodness and kindness follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord for the rest of my life. Well, I guess the rest will be picked through and they'll be the tars or the chaff. Sad.